Welcome everybody to the Morningwood Podcast. I'm Dom, and once again I'm alone. Dale's out of town, so 2 weeks in a row we're going through it here, but we're chilling. Little miscommunication, but we're good. So I'll talk about it later. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's start off. So we're going over college football from last week. NFL week, what are we in? Week 7 recap? Yeah, week 7 recap. No, week 6 recap, week 7 predictions, and fantasy for... And we're going to go over some hockey since we missed a hockey podcast. Like I said, a little miscommunication. All good. So let's start off with some college football. You had 17 Vanderbilt beating number 10 LSU. Big game for Vanderbilt. Listen, I'm really liking their quarterback, Daniel Pavia, I think his name is. He's really, really good. Reminds me a lot of Baker Mayfield. Matthew Stafford, guys like that. He's a slinger, and he could also roll out the pocket if he needs to and get like a good 8 yards out of a run. He's not afraid to run. That's what I like. I mean, on the LSU side, I can't even blame this on Nussheimer anymore. That O-line sucks. Their O-line sucks. He's running in the backfield all day. I don't really know what they're going to be able to do. I don't think they're going to end up making the playoffs because you just can't keep going on like this. And they really need to figure it out, that O-line situation. But when he has time in the pocket, he's making plays. So they really need to get that O-line situation taken care of for sure. And that... their best linebacker, or honestly, they're one of their best defensive players. He was out with an injury, so that also that hurt their defense a lot too. But Vanderbilt with the win. LSU dropped a bit. Then we had number 6 Alabama beating number 11 Tennessee. I think Ty Simpson is top 4 quarterback in the country right now. I think he's either 3 or in my opinion he's either 3 or 4 currently. So like I said, Alabama won. Not really much to talk about. Then we had number 9 Georgia beating number 5 Ole Miss. Really good game. Back and forth action. It was a very close game, very high scoring game. And yeah, Georgia ended up coming up with the win. I really, really, really like Ole Miss's quarterback, Trinidad Thanabis, I think his name is. Trinidad Chambliss. Trinidad Chambliss, that was his name. He's really good. I like him a lot. Trying to think of a good of a NFL quarterback he reminds me of. I think I would say he's like I don't want to say the wrong thing. I feel like he's a mix of Justin Herbert and Tyrod Taylor. If Justin Herbert and Tyrod Taylor had a baby that was a pretty good quarterback, that would be him. Similar playing styles between all three, but like I said, this kid's good, and they couldn't get the win unfortunately, but they're still in conversation, cause they lost to number 9, big whoop, they were undefeated, so they're still in conversation for the playoffs. And then big upset, Arizona State upset number 7 Texas Tech. I did not see this coming, but you want to know what? Now looking at it, I'm not too surprised. Arizona State has a really good program around them, and I really like their head coach. I do. I liked him since the beginning of last year, building that team that he had last year and making that run that they did towards the end of the year and in the playoffs. So, yeah, it is an upset. It was very surprising to see them win. But, looking back at it, like I said, I'm not too surprised to see that Texas Tech lost. I think Texas Tech is still a good team. I think they'll still probably possibly make the playoffs. If not, they don't. But yeah, like I said, I still think Texas Tech is a good team, and they just lost to a different good team that just came to play that day, smacked them right in the mouth. So that's what happened there. And then I would say the biggest upset of the week. Well, it is the biggest upset of the week. Unranked Louisville beating number 2 Miami. There's not much to say. Louisville came to play. We didn't. They smacked us in our mouths. I said Louisville pretty much did what I said USF was going to do when we played USF. I said if we let USF come right out the gate, smack us in our mouths, and we don't get a touchdown on our next drive and they shut us out, the game's over. And that's what happened with Louisville. Louisville came right out the gate, touchdown. Then we went. Then 3-0. Then they score another one. Then we went. Interception. Louisville came to play, and we weren't ready for it, and we were, we just didn't play our best at all. Mark Fletcher, he didn't have that many yards. Carson Beck, I think, was the biggest problem in this game. He had, 3-4 interceptions? And that Louisville defense is really good. The running back was Dion Bell, I think his name is. He's really good. Their quarterback, he's top 15 in the country, top 10, top 15 in the country. Very underrated quarterback and running back duo right there. And yeah, like I said, they came to play. So let's get into week 6 recap, right? Week 6? No, week 7 recap. All right. The Dolphins are 0-6, so it'd be week 6 recap because we haven't had a bye yet. Or have we had a bye? Oh. I'm going to check. Week 7 recap. Okay, here we go. Week 7 recap. Yeah, the Steelers beating the Bengals in the Steelers losing to the Bengals Thursday Night Football. This was the Icy Hot Bowl, the Unk Bowl. Joe Flacco really tore it up against the Steelers there. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Mike Gesicki all had good games. The Bengals, I don't know what they need to do. Their O-line's bad, but their D-line, you have Trey Hendrickson, Shamar Stewart that you picked in the first round, then you had all the complications with, because in the contract it said he had to learn Spanish or Mandarin or something, whatever it was, and he didn't want to do that, so then the whole contract dispute, and you paid him all this money, and your D line is barely getting pressure. I just don't know what's really going on. I think Trey Hendrickson is going to get looked at a lot this upcoming 2 weeks for sure because of not free agency, trade deadline. I think teams that are desperate are really gonna be looking at Trey Hendrickson. Desperate teams, for defense. A team that I could see getting them is a team like the Panthers, the Cowboys. I could see the Saints making a run at them. Trying to think of an AFC team, maybe. I mean, I know the Dolphins are trading, so maybe trade Jalen Phillips on like a second round pick, or yes, not a second round pick because he's older. Like Jalen Phillips and a third round pick for Trey Hendrickson. No, we'd probably end up having to give a second round pick. Jalen Phillips and a second round pick for Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Trey Hendrickson on the D line with Chop, Zeke Biggers, Kenneth Grant, Jordan Phillips, Zach Sealer, Bradley Chubb, and Matthew Judon. That would be sick. We really need to get our DB situation figured out first before we start doing anything like that. Let's get to the next game. We had the Browns being the Dolphins, 31-6. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I watched the entire. No, I stopped watching at the end of the fourth. Like in the middle of the fourth, I stopped watching. Dylan Gabriel, 13 for 18, 116 yards. The real power leading this team was Quinshon Judkins, 25 carries, 84 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Doing great for me in fantasy, big man. Doing great stuff. Gotta love it. And the Cleveland defense absolutely tore us up. 2 of 3 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, only passed for 100 yards. Achane had 82 rushing yards and 16 receiving yards. Achane's a beast. Put it this way. We did so bad that our best receiver was D. Eskridge. 2 catches for 45 yards. And Jalen Watt only had 1 catch for 15 yards. So that's pretty much what we were doing there. Rams-Jags, early game. Rams destroyed the Jags 35-7. Nothing else to say there. The Rams are back. Chiefs-Raiders. God, I hate the Chiefs. 31-0 versus the Raiders. It was the first shutout of Andy Reid's career in the regular season. They said that was his first shutout. And the Chiefs are back with Rashee Rice is back, so the Chiefs are back. Picked up Rashee Rice on fantasy. He's starting this week. Let's make something happen. Yeah. Patriots beating the Titans 31-13. Cam Ward had a terrible game. Usually you could blame it on the Titans. But at this point, well, not even at this point, the entire year you could blame it on the Titans. But that game versus the Patriots, Cam Ward was making some mistakes big time. Didn't help that he had 10 dudes in his face every single play. I'm exaggerating. It was more like 3 or 4. But yeah, I don't know. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. And Drake May is looking like MVP right now. So, whatever. Panthers beating the Jets 13-6. The Panthers are putting themselves on a little bit of a run here. The Panthers are 4-3. At the start of the season, first week of the season, who would have thought that the Panthers be 4-3? Come on. But yeah, the Panthers are putting themselves on a little bit of a run here. I mean, they did have two easy games the past 3 weeks. It was us and the Jets, you know, beating when we let the Panthers come back, they beat us, you know. Um, then they beat the Cowboys 30-27. Then they beat the Jets 13-6. Blew out the Falcons 30-0. Like, listen, Panthers aren't a bad team at all. J.C. Horn, 2 interceptions, one of the best interceptions I've ever seen. One-hander in the middle of traffic. So yeah. Then Bears beating the Saints 26-14. I can't say it enough. The Saints are the best losing team I've ever seen. The Saints get so much disrespect and they get hated on so much. Oh, they're terrible, they're terrible. Spencer Rattler sucks, the entire team sucks, blah, blah. The Saints are good. You want to know what it is? It's their defense. Their defense can't stop shit. Their defense can't do shit. But yeah, their offense is really good. The Bears winning 26-14. The Bears are the only team in the NFL this year to score 20 plus points in every single game. Even though they haven't won every game, they've still been able to score 20 plus points in every game. So I thought that was really interesting. Big up to the Bears for that. So, Ben Johnson's doing really good with Caleb Williams there, Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai, Colston Loveland. What's the other tight end? I forget. Yeah. But the Bears are doing really good. Their defense is pretty good. I think they should really try. I think DJ Moore. I don't think DJ Moore is going to be. I don't even want to say that, but I could low-key see DJ Moore not being on the team next year. Also, we're gonna have to see how Kyle Monangai is gonna be the rest of the season. They might need to get a new running back because DeAndre Swift, he's not terrible, but he's playing really serviceable right now. Besides when he wanted to run 200-something yards and 2 touchdowns against the Commanders, he's been playing pretty mid this year, so they really need to find a new running back, in my opinion. And you had the Bears, or not the Bears, the Eagles being the Vikings in the Carson Wentz Bowl, 28-22. Carson Wentz didn't play that good at all. Eagles defense really came to play. Big Q. And, Brandon Graham. Multiple-time All-Pro, 2-time Super Bowl champion. One of the best defensive players in Eagles franchise history, has just come out of retirement to play the rest of the season with the Eagles. He just got tired of staying home and he felt like he could still play. So, good for him. And, it's like, I'm sure if the Eagles weren't doing as good, he wouldn't want to play, but they're doing good. And, he was the captain last year, the captain on defense last year. So he wants to come back, try and get that defense whipped into shape because they've been slacking this year with pretty undisciplined from how they were last year. I think that speaks volumes to how good Brandon Graham was. Keeping them in check, being the veteran. It's a lot of young kids on that defense, so he would always be able to keep them in check. He hasn't been there. A lot of penalties on them, kind of screwed them up a couple different times during the season. And, he's coming back, so I think that's really going to be good for the Eagles. Along with that, they have a problem. They have a Jalen Hurts problem. Jalen Hurts, which I've said for the past 2 years, and no one wanted to listen to me? That's alright. Jalen Hurts has got to be one of the most serviceable quarterbacks I've ever seen. I've been saying this for the past 2 years since Saquon got there. Because Saquon's been there for 1 year, correct? No, this is Saquon's second year, I believe. Let me just see. Stats. Yeah, this is Saquon's second year there. I've been saying this since 2023 that Jalen Hurts is the most serviceable mid quarterback I've ever seen. He only throws, well, not only, but if it's not a wide open deep pass down the field to A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, or a check down, or a slant, anything like that, don't worry about it. He's got you. But if it's anything other than that, he couldn't throw it 10 yards. Like, Jalen Hurts, he's not a good quarterback at all. I think you put half the NFL quarterbacks, more than half of the NFL quarterbacks, they're doing either just as good as a job as him or better. Most likely better than him. That team, that system is made for a quarterback to just sit there, do what he's got to do, throw the basic passes. Like, Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers could get off their couch, right? And Ben Roethlisberger, too, could get off their couch right now and throw passes right now and win a Super Bowl with that team. No doubt about it. Colts Chargers, 38-24. Daniel Jones might be MVP. Who would have thought the three MVP contenders, the top three MVP contenders this season would be Daniel Jones, Drake May, and Dak Prescott. Because that's your top three. I know people want to hate on the Cowboys, but your top three for MVP is Dak Prescott. He's in there. I'm sorry, he is. They have lost pretty stupid games. You could put Baker Mayfield up there, but I'm telling you, I don't like the Cowboys, but Dak Prescott's up there. Top three MVPs. Daniel Jones, Drake May, Dak Prescott. Like, come on. Like I said, you could put Baker at 4 and probably Sam Darnold or Matthew Stafford at 5. But yeah, those are like your top 5, 6 MVPs for sure. Then we had the Broncos making a huge comeback on the Giants, 33-32. They messed up my parlay. If the Giants were winning in the fourth quarter, at the start of the fourth quarter, the Giants were winning 19-0 and ended up losing 32-33 by a game-winning field goal with 2 seconds left in the game. That's how that went. If the Giants won, I would have won my parlay. It would have hit for like 280, I think it was. So, screw the Giants. Brian Daboll, good coach. He called some really stupid plays in the last couple minutes of the game, in my opinion. They need a new defensive coordinator, and they need to get that defense healthy. The defense is really struggling because they've had some injuries. And it doesn't help that the defensive coordinator couldn't coach around a JV football team. So that doesn't help either. Good win for the Broncos, though. Packers beating the Cardinals 27-23. Closer game than what it should have been. And Jacoby Brissett played. I don't know if that's because Kyler Murray was injured or they just benched Kyler Murray. I don't know what the situation was there. Jacoby Brissett played not great. I'm not going to say great. Jacoby Brissett played good, though. Played good. Showed he could still be a backup quarterback in the league, a serviceable backup quarterback. If you need him to go in for a game or two, he's got you. You just put up 23 points against one of the best defenses in the league, with Micah Parsons having, 2-3 sacks in the game? Like, come on. Another game I don't really want to talk about, Cowboys beating the Commanders 44-22. Where do I start? Okay, no. Let me not start there. Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel were out for this game. That's number one reason why we lost. Number two reason why we lost. Jaden Daniels got injured at the start of the third quarter when it was a really close game. And then the third reason why we lost, the biggest reason on why we lost. Part two for the second reason why we lost is because Marcus Mariota is the worst quarterback in the NFL. That's the second reason. That's the part two to the second reason why we lost. The third reason why we lost, and the most important reason why we lost, Marshawn Lattimore. You ever play like that again, I will personally, oh my God, I'm not even going to say it because it's going on YouTube. Marshawn Lattimore, you are the worst DB in the NFL. You are the worst DB I've ever seen. Mike Evans should have his way with you right now. Like, my God, you suck. They were literally, you're supposed to be this veteran DB coming to Commanders, helping us out. They're picking on you. They put Jalen Tolbert, Cavante Turpin on you. And Dak was throwing dimes over your head. George Pickens. They were picking on you. They were barely throwing at any other DB on their team. They put every single wide receiver they had on their team on you, and you got burnt every single route. You suck. You absolutely suck. 49ers beat the Falcons 20-10. Mac Jones is good. Lions beating the Buccaneers 24-9. Watch this game. I knew the Buccaneers weren't going to win. I just knew it. The Lions defense was absolutely outstanding. Pretty much every single play. Oh my God. Every single player on the Lions defense played really good. The only player that didn't play that good was Aiden Hutchinson, but he still had, 3 quarterback pressures and 2-3 tackles? And that's the worst out of their defense. Rocky Sin had a career game, locking up Egbuka, Tej Johnson, Mike Evans, pretty much every wide receiver they had, he locked them up. I can't remember if he had an interception or not. I don't think he did. Baker was struggling all night because the Lions defense was just playing really good. Alex Anzalone was a dog that entire game. They're really struggling without Bucky Irving. Tej Johnson is playing really good. I like Tej Johnson on the Buccaneers, but I low-key want him to go to the Broncos to help them out because, they got Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin. Oh my God, I can't say that once again. But yeah, I want Tej Johnson to go to the Broncos because, match him up with his brother. Bo Nix. And he had the Seahawks beating the Texans 27-19. Sam Darnold, like I said, MVP candidate, played really, really well. And CJ Stroud played really, really good with the players that he had. Nico Collins got injured midway through the game. So then his best receiver was Dalton Schultz is a tight end, but his best actual receiver, I think was Jaden Higgins, rookie, late round rookie pick. I don't want to hear any CJ Stroud hate. He's top. He's one. I'm not even gonna say he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he doesn't get to show it because his offense sucks, his O line sucks, and he can't pass the ball to anyone. And his best running back is Nick Chubb, who's an ancient. He's a fossil. I love Nick Chubb, but he's a fossil. Like, he needs to retire at this point. He runs like he has cinder blocks on his feet. I don't know. So that's it for the recap. Let's get into our week 8. Oh no, let's get into college football for this upcoming week. Number 9 Miami versus unranked Stanford, ACC matchup. We need to win these division games. Come on. It should be an easy game. Stanford has gotten a couple wins. They are looking decent. They're in front of us in the ACC rankings. So it should be an easy game, but I don't think it will be. Number 2, Indiana versus unranked UCLA. Not a huge game. People are overlooking this game. I'm not. Ever since UCLA fired their head coach and put the one offensive assistant or offensive coordinator, whatever he was, on as the head coach, that really young kid, I think he's like 28, 30, something like that. They've gone on a 3-game winning streak, including beating number 2 Penn State. When Penn State was number 2. So they're 3-4 currently on a really good run right now. NIL boy Nico Lavia, whatever his name is, one of the best quarterbacks in the country is their quarterback, so you can't ever count them out of the game, especially against Indiana, who's really good, but they have some flaws and some holes. I think UCLA can really bring it out of them. So then we had number 8 Ole Miss versus Oklahoma. What rank is Oklahoma? So I didn't put their rank there, but I know they're ranked. Oklahoma's 13. So number 8 versus number 13. Like I said, Trinidad Chambliss. Let's ball out here. Number 10 Vanderbilt versus number 15 Missouri. Vanderbilt coming off a really good win versus Alabama. I think they're going to blow past Missouri, going to the top. Well, they are 10, but going further into the top 10. I see that happening. So there we go there. Let's get into, like I said before, those NFL Week 8 predictions. Here we go. Thursday Night Football. Vikings versus Chargers. Me the Chargers. I think the Chargers should win that. And you got Dolphins versus Falcons. Falcons. No question. Just stop trying to win. Just lose. Tank. Let's get a top 3 pick. Let's get Francis Maguiello, O-line, Miami. We'll trade someone, get another first round pick. And let's just clean that draft and get I don't even know. I say we're done with Tua. Zach Wilson, Quinn Ewers, throw him in there. Tua, let's get out of there. Let's trade Tua. I don't think anyone's gonna take him, but let's trade him. Bengals, Jets, Bengals. I say Bengals, but I can. No, I'm not even gonna say it. Bears Ravens. Lamar Jackson was practicing today. He was practicing today. Doesn't mean he's gonna play. I doubt he's gonna play. I doubt they're gonna clear him, but he might just be clear. They might just say fuck it and clear him because they're 1-5. If they lose another game, their season's over. So I still see the Bears winning though. Let's go with that. Bills Panthers. This is where the Panthers' little story run ends. I think the Bills pick up the win here. You got 49ers, Texans in Houston. I really want to pick Houston, but because of the whole Nico Collins injury, I got to pick 49ers. Giants, Eagles in Philly. Yeah, it's got to be Eagles. And if it was in New York, it'd be a different question, but they already played Eagles they already played Eagles in New York, and we saw how that turned out. So here we go. Browns, Patriots. It's gonna be good to see the rookie versus rookie, Mason Graham versus Will Campbell, I think, right? Voice crack. Mason Graham. Yeah. Rookie defensive tackle, Mason Graham versus, was he an offensive tackle, Will Campbell? Yeah, offensive tackle, Will Campbell. It'll be good to see. I don't know if they're really gonna go against each other, but that'd be good to see. But I got the Patriots picking up the win here. Bucks versus Saints in New Orleans. I could low-key see New Orleans picking up the win, especially with the Mike Evans injury. But I'm going Bucks. They're gonna be pissed because of the loss, and yeah, I think Bucky Irving is gonna be. Here's the thing with Bucky. So this week they got an easy win versus Saints. Or not an easy win, but it's a guaranteed win. It will be like a little bit of a fight, but it will be a win versus Saints. I think they should sit Bucky. They should keep Bucky out for this week because then next week they have a bye. So it's pretty much 2 bye weeks. And then next week, or in 2.5 weeks, you'll get Bucky back. No injuries. Just sit him out this week. Even though he might be able to play this week, sit him out this week. Then you gotta buy 2 extra weeks for rest for Bucky. Then he comes back better than ever. Keep him out. I don't want to see him on the field. Where am I at? Then you got Titans, Colts. Especially in Indiana. My God. It's going to be a murder. Broncos, Cowboys in Denver. Let's go. Ooh, I can low-key see the Cowboys win this. Javonte Williams, comeback game. Let's do Cowboys, actually. I think after the disrespect that I've always been a Javonte Williams fan since he came in the league. UNC guy, right? UNC. Yeah, UNC guy. I've always been a fan of him since UNC came in the league. I thought he was going to tear it up with the Broncos, and he didn't because, well, it's 2 things. Their O-line sucked, and they barely gave him any touches. So everyone was like, oh, Javonte Williams sucks, blah, blah. No. The O-line sucked. The team sucked. So, yeah. That's what really was going on there. But, you know, now we see what he can really do when he has a decent O-line. Well, the Cowboys' O-line's good. But I'm just saying, even with a decent and good O-line and a team that feeds him the ball, see what he does. Like, come on. Cowboys. Packers, Steelers. Ooh, the Aaron Rodgers Bowl in Pitt. Sunday Night Football. That's why they put it in Sunday Night Football. That's why they did it. God. Give me the Packers. No, I meant the Steelers. The Steelers. God, that's gonna be a fun game. And also, it's gonna be T.J. Watt versus Micah Parsons, not against each other, but like, who's gonna do better? T.J. Watt and Micah Parsons are gonna be going back and forth with each other. So, be really competitive. Chiefs versus Commanders. Let's just write down the Chiefs. There we go. Yeah. That's how I feel about that. And then, last thing for today. Let's get into some fantasy and NHL. They tie in together. We'll start off with NHL and fantasy hockey, then we'll end with fantasy football. So here we go. Last week I pulled out with the win. I'm 2-0 right now in fantasy hockey. Dale is 0-2 currently. But me and him are playing each other this week. And he is currently winning 40.8 to 25.3. I've, what do you call it? I didn't get to a really good start because Monday there wasn't really a lot of games going on. But, my God. There wasn't really a lot of games going on. But Vegas Golden Knights played, and Vegas is 5-0, and they're really good. And Dale has like a couple Vegas guys on his team, so he started off the week with started off the week with like a 10-15 point lead. So it's kind of hard for me to come back, but I think I could come back. I'm only losing by 15. Tonight's going to be a big week because he pretty much has no one playing, and I have like 10 guys playing. So I think I'll do really good tonight and hopefully come back on him. And I'll kind of lead me in to last night. Panthers 4-4. We beat Boston last night. The return of Marshy beat them 4-3. Really back and forth game. Really good tip-in goal by Rhino. I forget, was that the game-winning goal? I think that might have been the game-winning goal because we didn't get an empty netter. Yeah, we didn't get an empty netter, so that was the game-winning goal. So yeah, good game though. The Boston really. You want to know what? Boston's actually pretty good. I didn't think they were going to be, but Boston's good. They played really good against us, and I think that shows how good they actually are. And you want to know what? Good game. I think we're gonna see a lot more of Boston. I think they are most likely gonna make the playoffs for sure in the Eastern Conference. Actually, speaking of Eastern Conference and conferences, got news during the game last night. Actually, pretty big news. So this year, for All-Star Week, they're not doing All-Star Week because, it's Olympics. So during All-Star Week will be the Olympics, right? But next year, they're going back to the old, what's it called? Not the Pro Bowl. That's a NFL. All-Star. They're going back to the old All-Star thing, where it was division versus division. You had Metropolitan, Atlantic, Metropolitan, Atlantic, Pacific, and I'm forgetting the last one. Why am I forgetting the last one? Atlantic, Metropolitan, Central, Pacific. There it is. So they're going back to that. The games, the skills competitions, they're going back to all of that, which I love. I always love watching especially with both NFL and NHL. I always love watching the skills competitions. Those are like one of my favorite things to watch because, sure, you guys see on the ice doing crazy stuff, uh, but it's good to see singular guys of being able to show out their talents like by themselves without a team around them, and really seeing like, okay, even though you're on a shitty team, you're really good at this. Or maybe you're on a really good team, but you're not really in the spotlight, but you have a hidden talent and you get to show it in the skills competition. I really like to see stuff like that. Hopefully Zegras could pull something out, pull something crazy out again this year with the next year. I mean, the shootout. Really excited about the Olympics. I don't think they're gonna let Russia in, which is kind of upsetting. But obviously we understand why. And the Olympics is in Italy. I think it would be a great thing to go to. Never been to Italy. Have to go at some point. And to go to the Olympics for the first time, that would be great. Getting back into the standings and stuff. At the top of the Eastern Conference, you have New Jersey 5-1, Detroit 5-1, Carolina 5-1. You got Pitt 5-2, Washington 5-2, Montreal 5-2. We're 4-4, and then seventh place is we're seventh place. Eighth place is Philly, 3-2. 8 teams make it in each conference. We're the seventh team. Going back to Washington, Ovechkin, 1 goal, 4 assists in 7 games. Not terrible, not great per se. He's he's going back into like that role player type deal, veteran, all reliable. He's not trying to be a star. He just wants his team to win. He's putting his team in the best situation to win. He's not trying to go for points or anything. Which, though, he is really close to breaking the record. Or not record. He already broke the record. He is really close. What is it? I just want to get this right. Before I say something wrong. He is goals. Yes. He is 2 goals away from hitting 900 goals. He's at 898. He's 2 goals away from hitting 900 goals. So, big ups to Ovechkin. Yeah. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't hit it. He's only 7 games into the season. He has 1 goal. What's he going to do? It's going to take him 75 games to him to score 2? Like, no. He'll probably score 2 by the end of 2025. So, good for Ovi. Top 3 greatest player of all time. Good for him. And then, so we went down the Eastern Conference, Western Conference. 2 undefeated teams, Colorado, Vegas. Like I said before with Vegas, undefeated. Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner doing really good there. A bunch of guys on their team. Their team's stacked. Colorado, we know Colorado. Come on. Cale Makar, Nathan McKinnon could go on. Not going to. Winnipeg 5-1. Utah 5-2. First time the Mammoths, as the Mammoths, good for them. 5-2. Clayton Keller, let's pick it up with points on fantasy there, bud. Let's pick them up. Vancouver 4-3. Chicago 3-2. Good job. Blackhawks. Connor Bedard. Let's see more of that. Seattle 3-2. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then St. Louis is 3-2, and yeah. Surprisingly, my two surprises, or actually 4 surprises here. San Jose 0-4. Why haven't we gotten a win yet? Come on. I know they've gone to overtime twice and lost, but still, come on. LA 2-3. Like Anze Kopitar's last year, and the best you could put up is 2-3. They haven't, like, what are we doing here? Dallas 3-3. I mean, that's pretty whatever. It's early in the season, so people are gonna have similar records. You don't really see teams start to have all records all across the board until like you hit like 25 games, and you really start to see like 10-4-9 or whatever, like stupid records like that, Minnesota 3-3. You pay Kirill Kaprizov that much money and you're 3-3. Like I said, early in the season, they're gonna progress. Edmonton 3-3. Like I said, early in the season. Anaheim though, 8th. I'm already talking about playoffs, but just saying, Anaheim is the first team out of the playoffs. And Anaheim is the first team out of the playoffs, and they're 3-2, tied with Chicago, Seattle, and St. Louis. That's above them. So good for Anaheim. I know Dale's happy about that. I mean, you trade away Zegras, you don't think you're really going to do good this year. You're trying to rebuild. They're 3-2, so good for them. Let's get into some fantasy football here to close it out. Got a win this week. Big win for me. Broke the losing streak that I was on. So I'm happy about that. I won scoreboard week 7. I won 123-82. My top player of the week, Jahmyr Gibbs, 36.8 points. My guy that didn't really score this last week, being Roma Dunes, 5.1 points. Only had 2 receptions for 31 yards. Like, come on, what are we doing here? So that was really it for me there. So 3-4 right now. We're going back up. Dale, let me see. I'll just make a comment about Dale real quick since he's not here. He won 133-81. His top player of the week was Christian McCaffrey, 39.1 points. Second, Dak Prescott, 23.68. And his, I know if he was on the podcast, he wouldn't stop talking about it right now. Steelers defense, they suck. Yeah, they're really killing them, really. -4 points. -4 points, yeah. Now I see what he's talking about when he says the Steelers' defense sucks. So, yeah. Look at that. So, yeah, we both ended up winning that this past week. Then, I really saw I need to make a change in mine. So, I ended up, because I had picked up Darren Waller when he came back. Played good for me for like 2 weeks, whatever. He's out now for 3 to 4 weeks. So I dropped him, picked up Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram's my starter. I still have Brock Bowers, but he's out. So, and the Raiders aren't really doing that good, so I don't think I would play him anyways. And then I also dropped Jacoby Myers and added Rashee Rice. So my starters this upcoming week will be Baker Mayfield, Quinshon Judkins, Javonte Williams, Roma Dunze, Rashee Rice, Evan Ingram, Chris Olave, Minnesota Vikings defense, and Harrison Butker. So, good for me. Brock Bowers is out and on bye. Jahmyr Gibbs is on bye. Jared Goff is on bye. Bucky Irving is out. Calvin Ridley's questionable. Wan'Dale Robinson is shit the bed. And Deebo Samuel is questionable after being out last week. So that's really where I'm at. But yeah, pretty much we won last week. We're back on the streak now. We're gonna win this week. So I really do think we're gonna win this week. Be 4-4. Let me see. If we got a 4-4 record, we'll be top 4 in the league. So it'd be good because 4 teams make it to the playoffs. That's all I need. Think it's week 7, so can't believe I'm forgetting this again. It is week 8 coming up, so I got 4 or 5 more weeks until playoffs. So let's get rolling. Once Bucky Irving comes back and Brock Bowers is healthy, my team should be good. Like Jahmyr Gibbs, Javonte Williams, Bucky Irving. Receivers, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, Wan'Dale Robinson. Who's the other guy I said? Oh, Roman Dunze. Yeah, my receivers should be doing good. And then, Vikings defense, Harrison Butker at kicker. Like, I should be good. And then Baker and Jared Goff at quarterback. What else could you ask for? If only Malik Neighbors and Tyreek Hill didn't get injured. Well, Tyreek Hill probably didn't matter anyways because the Dolphins still suck. But Malik Neighbors, if Malik Neighbors never got injured, I'd probably be like 5-2, 6-2 right now. So not really worried about it. Or it would be 5-2, 7 weeks, or 4-3. So like I said, not really harping on it that much anymore. Since we're back. So that's pretty much it for the podcast. This week went a bit longer than last week because we had to go over NHL since we missed the Monday podcast. I didn't realize that he was going to be out of town for multiple days. I thought it was just one day. So that's why we missed the NHL podcast upload. Or the hockey podcast upload. So that's why I had to do like a little quick thing for it on here. It's alright. Ended up, it's probably going to be right around an hour. So here we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Solo pod. I don't think it will be a solo pod next week. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong though. Just have to wait and see. But yeah, it's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Please, remember, like, follow, share, subscribe, all of that. Check out the TikTok for clips. Post on TikTok on clips. Follow the Instagram, Morningwood Podcast, on everything. Yeah. He's not there, but stay classy.